All right, sorry, I hit the wrong button there. So once again, this is the Action Artist, and I am live. So I've worked on this a little bit more. I'm going to show you some of the detail up close. See that? And there she is. So if you want to go watch my other video, I showed you how I got this far. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little page. You know, let me see. There we go. That takes up pretty much the entire camera, right, without my ugly face. But so yeah, and I got a new colorist here. Let me see if I can go to events here, and I gotta arranging the scenes. My new colorist. Just gotta change that. Hang on, the title of this. Okay, so let me screen share here, and I'm gonna show you my new colorist. His name is Jeremiah Embs, or the new colorist involved with my comic book, or that wants. I'm gonna pay him basically, I guess, when I can afford it. I'm trying to raise money here. If you want to help me, get in touch with me, or wait until I basically start like a you know, some kind of crowdfunding project to get this comic book off the ground that I'm working on. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't do the wrong thing. So here we go. Jeremiah Embs. So here's Jeremiah Embs, a piece by him, right here. He's the colorist. He did the colors for this. And that's Witchblade by Image. So yeah, he's interested in doing the colors for the independent comic that I'm working on, which is just really awesome. Here's how. Here's the weird thing about this is, me being the penciler and the inker. Nobody knows who I am, so it doesn't matter. And you know, and it's like if I had, say, the penciler that worked on Witchblade working on my comic, then you know that would, you know, probably it would be all over the comic book news that you know there's this independent project going on, and one of the artists from one of the pencilers or the inkers from Witchblade is you know, quitting Image to go work for the Action Artist. But you know, whatever. It's still cool. I'm honored that this Image colorist likes my comic book art enough to want to color it. And just thanks a lot, Jeremiah. I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, you know, I've already, you know, I've already talked back and forth with him, and we're just gonna hang in there until such time that I have more of the artwork done, and I'll have him color a cover or something, and we'll send it into Image, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens with that. But anyway, that's pretty cool. And besides that, you know, basically, I guess that's basically about it. Unless anybody has any questions. Stop. Screen sharing. So yeah, you really want to like I said, you want to shape everything out. Here, I gotta turn this back on now. You want to shape everything out. You want to basically, before you get into like all the anatomy and stuff like that, before you get into this stuff, you want to see the outline of his body. You know what I'm saying? Like on another piece of paper, I basically drew this guy. Let me show you the horrible. I'm not. Here's the first sketch. See that? See that? On another piece of paper. Here's my good paper. And here's him. Here's the same guy now. He's like the guy that bashes everything. See? And I knew the shape that I wanted, so I just lightly, drew the contour up here. Lightly drew the contour of this warrior down here, who's looking pretty cool, if I do say so myself so far. And then I drew her contour out, and if it was a little bit off, I would move the contour around. I would erase it and start it a little further over to the direction. Basically, you can see it's basically a triangle with this thing in the middle, and then the stingers, these like scorpions antenna stingers, kind of close in the drawing. You know what I mean? So or frame it all. You know what I mean? It kind of encircles them basically. And you got her blasting. You got her blasting through. I started to do some of the detail on her. She's blasting through that stinger. Like I said before, he's cutting through the other stinger with a sword gun that he has. It's not a laser gun; it's a regular gun with a like some kind of a light sword. And then this guy, his talent is just bashing everything. And this isn't. I'm just doing a quintessential like team of heroes. You know what I mean? Just for an example. And I do have a sort of storyline behind this. And the storyline behind this is they live in a civilization on this planet where there's still all kinds of crazy monsters and beasts like this. So it's kind of like Kong Island or something. And if you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere running around, you're bait basically. And there's one kingdom, and a dictator took over that kingdom that a bunch of warriors and people had a problem with. And so he basically decreed that anybody who doesn't worship him as God gets exiled from the kingdom. So they're like ragtag bands of like people out in the sticks with all these monsters and shit like that. And they're also outlaws, meaning that they're outside the protection of the law. So anybody can take anything they want from them. Anybody can kill them. You know what I mean? They're not even considered basically human. They have no right. They have no rights. So that's the storyline behind that. And these are three warriors that are like super kick-ass, and they're basically like heroes amongst their people. You know what I mean? They're like rock stars basically, and they just go out and kill shit. And that's the story. So anyway, yeah, that's one. And of course there's some politics involved, and they have run-ins with soldiers from the other kingdom, and maybe at some point they siege the kingdom. You know what I mean? This is just my head coming up with stuff. But anyway. Let's see who's all in the chat room. If anybody's got any questions, I'm probably going to do a MGTOW on my other channel, a MGTOW show tonight as well. I got some notes taken down for something that I want to talk about as far as men's issues. And let me see. Trying to go to the chat room here and see who's there. It's like, oh, hey, what's up, Cave Creature? Yeah, isn't that a cool storyline? Yes, of course, the Angry Stew's gonna be at the party. Yes, I'm gonna rant and I'm gonna pontificate about some things that some of the some of the results of some of the homework I've done, and I'm going to show you some more of debates of me whipping people's asses in debates, basically. So that's coming up. I'll probably be, it might be a little bit before I start it. Maybe around 9. I'll probably start my MGTOW broadcast around 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going to relax. I've worked all week, Cave Creature. I know I'm going to be like, rah, nut job. No, I'm just joking. I'm going to, I've worked all week. I just want to relax. And I want to have something to drink, even if it's not an alcohol. I just ate dinner, basically. I cleaned the fuck out of my house. I'm hanging laundry right now because I don't even have a dryer. But my house is nice and clean. Well, my kitchen's already a little cluttered, but it's all right. It's Friday, so I got plenty of time to do dishes and shit like that. But no, like, I had laundry. My room was a mess, man. I had laundry all over my floor, dog hair. My dog I got a German Shedder. Have you ever heard of a German Shedder before? Yeah, my dog is a German Shedder. And so I had to, it seems like I cannot sweep enough. I just cannot sweep enough. I could sweep. It's like an hour later. It's like, oh, didn't I just sweep there? And there's fucking dog hair. So, no, I'm just saying. Excuse my language. So yeah, my point is just let me relax. Get my, fucking collect myself. I'm gonna make a big pot of coffee. I think coffee is what I want right now. I just ate dinner, and I'm gonna basically, surf the tube and drink coffee and maybe even smoke a bowl or something. And then around 9 o'clock, I'll be on. MGTOW Misfit will be live. So I'm trying to juggle both channels here. I don't want to leave people out, and I the PUAs and shit, and it's like MGTOW's been taken over, man. Can't let MGTOW be taken over. All right, I keep looking at that piece of art. I can't stop looking at it. This is going to be, this might be one of my best battle scenes ever when it's done. I mean, that's just a kick-ass, that is just a kick-ass battle scene. Look at that chick. She's like, yeah, shooting with her laser guns and shit, guns blazing. This guy's just like, ah, chop, chop, chop. And this guy's just, he's just like, I'm going to punch you. And I'll probably show him, if I were to do a comic, they would chop its pincers off, and then I would show hit the neck, you'd turn the page, it'd be like a double page spread of, this monster like flying through the air, and his little, with him just like, like that. You know what I mean? Within this big giant monster just flying through the air or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that, like a Superman punch or something, basically. That's how I would handle that. It's actually pretty cool. I'm trying to put, here's the thing is, I got these spaces to fill, so I'm trying to make up some alien plants here. Maybe I'll put balls on the ends of these or something. I don't know. No, that would look stupid, like a jester hat. But I'm trying to, I'm going to try to put some, some leaves in here, and like maybe just the slight outline of some weird looking mountains in the background or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? You do what you can. I'm literally just, this is what this is what I want. I would love to do this for a living, you guys. The comic books that aren't on the market right now because I'm not out there in the seat like doing comics. You know what I mean? Like this right here. I've already, you know, got like a whole, you know, thing in my head if I wanted to do this. It just started out as a piece of art, but it's like really cool, you know. So yes, MGTOW Misfit live, 9 o'clock p.m. tonight on my other channel. Where men, if you're a man and you're into and you know about Comicsgate and you're which is basically anti-masculinity, that's the type of stuff I talk about on my MGTOW channel on how it's not just comic books, our whole society is anti-masculinity, and we got to change that. We got to make masculinity cool again. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't miss out. 9 o'clock on my other channel, Stuart Hunkler, MGTOW Misfit. I'll be there. You should be there too.